śrī-ṛṣir uvāca
śrī-ṛṣir uvāca
abhyarthitaḥ sura-gaṇaiḥ paurahitye mahā-tapāḥ viśvarūpas prasannaḥ ślakṣṇayā girā. Śukadeva Gosvāmī continued, when all the demigods requested the great Viśvarūpa to be their priest, Viśvarūpa, who was an advanced in austerities, was very pleased. He replied to them as follows. So this is the Vedic culture. Whenever Vedic culture comes, we always hear Varnashrama. Varnashrama is nothing, we explain, is people cooperating to work together with different abilities. And the goal is clear. Glory is to satisfy Vishnu. People cooperate for that. You understand? Just like you are having Janmashtami festival. Different people are having different abilities. They are cooperating together to serve Vishnu. The focus is not what is higher or lower. That is not the focus. The focus is the festival should happen nicely and the deities Radha Krishna should be nicely served. True? That is the end result. What is the end result? Public should be satisfied? No, sir. What is the end result? The deity, the Radha Krishna, should be satisfied. That is our target. So sometimes we forget why we are cooperating. And that happened to the degradation of our Varnashrama. People made target sense gratification. And then when sense gratification became target, the whole division became artificial because it lost its very utility. And then one section started exploiting another section. That we know as the caste system. But originally, it is not caste system, it is Varnashrama system, wherein the life of an individual is divided into 4 parts: brahmachari, grihastha, vanapras, sannyas. Why? Again for spiritual advancement. Brahmachari means he practices celibacy and understands the spiritual knowledge, practices some austerities. Grihastha means he lives a married life with the family under rules and regulations of grihastha ashram. Vanaprastha means now he traveling for pilgrimages and increases tapasya. And then sannyasa, he starts preaching the message of Krishna. Correct? And wife comes back home, lives in the protection of the children. So this was a system which was created. Varnashrama. The purpose is spiritual. Nothing material about it. Prabhupada says in the purport here, a Brahmana should not imitate the comfortable life of Vaishya and a Kshatriya. Then he's not a Brahmana. They're talking about Vedic setting. You understand? It's a very simple life he lives. And what else? And high thinking. Whenever he gets time, he is cultivating high thoughts. And how do you cultivate high thoughts? In association. You read the scripture. Therefore, the 6 activities of Brahmana are Pathan Pathan. He studies the Vedic literature and teaches the Vedic literature. Yajana Yajan. He worships the Lord and engages other people in worship of the Lord. And Dana Pratigraha. He doesn't have any means of livelihood, a Brahmana. He's not like a Kshatriya collecting taxes or a Vaishya doing business or a Shudra getting salary. Shudra means working under salary. That is Shudra. So he's not doing all that. What is the Brahmana doing? He is living by charity. But why people give charity to him? Prabhupada says, you cannot accept charity unless you are very pure. You should not. Because you are a parasite then, correct? Very pure and you are engaged in welfare of the society, yes, you can take charity. Therefore, it is said, the Viśvarūpa is explaining that if a Brahmana tries to imitate Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, it's not good. Rather, in the Vedic time, the Brahmana, if now nobody is giving him charity, suppose, there is what is called Durbhiksha. Like Kali Yuga is the age of Durbhiksha. Durbhiksha means even if you are qualified Brahmana, nobody is going to give you 1 rupee. Durbhiksha. Previously, you go to an house, a Brahmana goes to a house and knocks. They're very happy they will to give him something. And he goes to the king will be ready to even hand over his throne. He knows he deserves more, all the opulence than I deserve. He's so pure. The king will be ready to give anything he wants. Therefore, we see when Bali Maharaj approached when Vaman Deva approached Bali Maharaj says, what do you want? You want an island, you want a kingdom, you want a cow, you want to get married, you want a house. What do you want? I am ready to supply. And similarly, when the 4 Kumaras came to the Prithu Maharaj said, I hand over the kingdom to you. Take. Okay? The people, the Brahmana used to live like that. Even Krishna, when he was in his palace, so much he received Sudama, correct? And finally give so much opulence to him. So they used to be ready, actually. And at the same time, Brahmanas were so pure that the people will feel so happy to offer everything to them. Yes, sir. Today we cannot. Both side is wrong. So public side also today, Durbhiksha. Durbhiksha means you go to the house, please help us. We have to do Janmashtami. Why you come? Go please somewhere. Wasting your time. You will get Durbhiksha also in Kali Yuga. True. Previously, no. These are all the big temples are built by the kings only previously. Now here we have no tension how to build a temple. No tension. The kings will build the temple. You don't have to scratch your head how to do it. That is today Kali Yuga is the age of Durbhiksha. But in case it is said in the Vedic times the Brahmana cannot, nobody is giving him charity, then he will live by another way. You go to a field where the farmers are harvesting. They used to leave for Brahmana something there on the field. Please take. Correct? They are also having some excess. So that used to be the way, Shilonchana. And Kali Yuga it is more and more difficult. Prabhupada used to say, Brahmana used to go house to house of bhiksha. Today in some parts of the world, it is said what? Trespassers will be persecuted. And you can be even shot dead. And there is no crime. If you enter somebody's house without invitation, he can even for his protection shoot you. So, you see or not? India at least this much is it. Trespassers will be persecuted. Beware of dogs. Basically don't enter. So it's very dangerous today. You go for bhiksha, the dog will eat you or they will shoot you or they will give you to police. Some parts of the world. So therefore, Shri Radha Govinda ki. Prabhupada said the best way to do this is distribute books. And you go with the books to some householder's place and you knock. They're doing on Sundays, you go. Correct? That's the gentleman way. If you just go there, give some bhiksha, nobody is going to give you 1 rupee. It's a durbhiksha. Kali Yuga is the age of durbhiksha. You 5 rupees, they'll give you 10 rupees. Correct? Or 1 rupee coin, they will search. Sometimes they go for Harinam. All around the world, Prabhupada started Harinam. And it was very popular. Thousands of people used to participate, dance with the devotee. That's why ISKCON spread. When he came to India, Prabhupada said, stop it. India don't do. It has been misused in public. People go, no, they come with harmonium and tabla, Ishwar bhala kare, some tham tan tan they do. And they will not go unless you put 10 rupees in their hand. Basically, they are hungry. Somebody was telling in the train, he was chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Somebody came asking the devotee, are you hungry? You want some money? They think people chant because they want money. So Prabhupada said, do it, but in India, do it properly. Do with a nice team. Unless you have a nice team, 20, 30 people with banners, symbols, do it in a nice profession. That looks very nice. But in India, you cannot do 2 people going. In America, they don't mind. 2 people go to the kirtan and they start dancing. Public comes and all joins in them because they don't have misunderstanding. In India also it was like that, but because it has been misused. People did this just for filling their belly. Okay? So therefore, it is not very nice in India if you do like that. So do it in an organized way. And I think we are almost reaching that situation. Okay? 15-20 people on Sunday, go for a Nagar Sankirtan in the area. Let the rain get over, we can do it. It's very nice, very, very pleasing. People also like it. So this way, the ages are different and acharyas think of a way in which people can serve. So now Brahmana was simple living and high thinking. Kshatriya is high living and high thinking. Kshatriya lives a very comfortable life and he also thinks high. Not that he is going to think low, but not as high as a Brahmana. Vaishya is also lives very comfortably, very opulently and high thinking. He also thinks not to the degree of Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. Therefore, he is the third category. To some degree, he also thinks. But Shudra is simple living and simple thinking. Shudra lives a very simple life and he has no thinking at all. Therefore, he is Shudra. Okay? You understand? These 4 things. Now, what is Prabhupada is saying in the purport, is saying the Brahmana should not imitate other sections of society. Simple living and high thinking, he should not give it up. He should not get attracted to the high living, high thinkings of Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, yeah. And he should not stop his high thinking looking at the Shudras. That's what happens. He should be very careful. Therefore, in the Vedic time, actually they used to live in their own company because it's a different kind of life. Simple living, high thinking, high living, high thinking, and simple living, simple thinking. There are 4 different kind of life. True? So they used to live in their own way. In fact, they used to be they used to live together, more or less. In fact, Prabhupada also wanted, we developed huge Varnashrama, particularly in Mayapur, the headquarters, and make places of residence for all sections of the society. Varnashrama is actually a very scientific arrangement, systematic arrangement, because all people are not of the same caliber and same tendencies. Just like in company, you have finance department, you have administration department, you have accounts department, and finally you have labor department. All 4 departments are there. So similarly, if you social body also, all the 4 departments are needed. This is one aspect, understanding. Okay? So Viśvarūpa is showing his willingness to help the devatas. At the same time, he's worried because he now looks like he may be doing it just to get comforts from the devata, because devatas are all very opulent and powerful. But they are in trouble now. The second point it is said, tapasya. When you do tapasya, you develop punya. I said that. Just like you are sitting now. You say, I'll chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Highest punya. The most responsible activity you can do. So you get punya. You become very rich. And by punya, you can get comfortable position of life. True? So that is, so when you have punya, therefore Brahmanas should follow tapasya, because when they do puja for somebody, actually their punya they are sharing. Therefore he is saying, Viśvarūpa is saying, my dear devatas, when I do puja for you, I am giving you my punya. It's a science. It's subtle, not gross. There are examples given in Puranas, how some bull is lying on the ground and the accident sometimes you see, and so much in pain, some are very sick, and people passing by, they pray, my Lord, if I have done any good activity any time, please give that to him. I don't want him to suffer like this. When you feel for somebody. So similarly, when you actually accept a guru, and guru feels for you, yes, you should advance spiritually, you should have comfortable, pure mind to chant Krishna consciousness. When he wishes that, automatically he has to give his punya. Therefore, it is not easy to become a guru. You have to accept all the karma of the disciple. And you have to give him your punya. You understand? It's a science. You have to give your punya to him. And you have to take his papa. It's not a joke. Even when you give your food to somebody, what is it? Juta. You have to take his papa and give your punya. These are the ways. Therefore, the great acharyas who are very advanced in austerities, they allow their disciples to take their uchishta. And that becomes not only great punya transfer, at the same time spiritual blessings. But generally we should not take of other person. You will get sick. You will spread infection. But there is also spiritual infection which can be spread. It is said Narada, what he did? He just served the great sages who had come to his place, and also used to take their prasadam. By their permission, can I take little? But this is to be taken from the great acharyas who are highly advanced. Normal literally just gymnastics. There is no need to imitate such activities. There was one disciple of Lord Chaitanya, and he used to request people that can you give little prasadam. He was very keen for taking prasadam and very respectful to the Vaishnavas. So he came to somebody's house and he said that, can I have your little prasadam from your plate? He said, no, that is not possible. Anyway, they discussed Krishna consciousness very nicely. Next day he came and he gave a lot of mangoes to him. So after eating mangoes, abhi jaisa system nahi hai aapka, they come with a lorry and they take. So they will eat mangoes, and after wo kya karoge? Gutli fenkne ka hi hai bahar. He throws the fenk diya. Oh, maje se kha raha tha. Very good, I got prasad. So there are devotees like that. But these people are all very advanced spiritually. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that. This person is so eager to serve Vaishnava that take the prasadam. When he came to Jagannath Puri one time, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he used to enter a temple, they washed a feet. So I requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, can I wash your feet? He said, okay. He washed it and he was drinking the Charnamrit 1 time, 2 times. Chaitanya said, enough now, enough. Let us go. So anyway, so there are eagerness to serve Vaishnavas is very much part of the Vedic culture. So it is when you wish well for somebody, actually you take his karma. Therefore it is said the parents take 50% karma of the children. The king takes 1/6 karma of his subjects, even king. 1/6 he has to take. Therefore in Kali Yuga, anybody should be scared to accept responsibility. They say, no, if you want to be prime minister, you should be very careful. You should put a condition. All subjects, will you follow varnashrama? Will you not do any sinful activity? Then I take. Otherwise, don't take. Don't take. It's very dangerous position you're taking. Suppose somebody says, please accept me as your disciple. He said, yes. Will you follow the 4 regulations? The first condition Prabhupada asked. Otherwise, I'll not accept. Why? Otherwise, you have to simply take his karma, papa karma. You're being foolish actually. True or not? He said, no. Will you follow the rules and regulations? Then I accept, correct? You see the reason. Similarly, it said Lord Rama came back and Bharat Maharaj, everybody fell at his feet. Please accept the throne. Will the subjects follow varnashrama? Otherwise, don't take. And anyway, you can't do anything alone. People have to cooperate also. True? Suppose you want to make somebody IAS officer, he has to cooperate, no? Suppose you know the whole subject, you can teach. But if he doesn't cooperate, can you teach? No, he should be ready. So similarly, somebody wants to advance spiritually, he should be ready to follow 4 rules and regulations. Otherwise, he will not advance. And simply you become a burden on the Guru. That is called neophyte disciples. Therefore, the Guru should be very careful never to collect neophyte disciples. We can also tell some jokes in the class and don't tell any rules and regulations and collect followers. Lot of bogus Swamis are doing this. You are not ready. We openly tell this is nonsense. That way you will get less people. Doesn't matter. But collecting bogus disciples is very dangerous for spiritual life. You may become so-called famous man in this world. That is not a big deal. For that we are not practicing Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says when you are selling diamonds, there will be very few customers. Don't think to collect mass, collect one class. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, how big is your movement? Prabhupada said, okay, few thousand disciples. No, the world there are millions of people, billions of people. Prabhupada said, one moon is more important. What is the use of thousands of nonsense staffs? One moon is more important. Correct? So we are not after mass. We're not going to change. Many people told Srila Prabhupada, you want to make your movement popular in America, allow at least breaking some regulative principles. And allow drinking some, allow some intoxication, allow some drug addiction, allow some illicit sex. Prabhupada said, no way. In fact, Prabhupada spoke very strongly against so many things which are part of the society, very strongly, which he did not appreciate. He said, no, this is wrong. He did not care. In fact, sometimes reporters used to really be worked because no, he didn't care. He said, no, this is the way and this is the way. He says, the Vedas will not change to entertain the Western people. Neither they will change to entertain. The process will not work. True? If you say, no, you don't have to get up in the morning. Just like what is the qualification of this sage? Tapasya. When you do tapasya, what happens? You earn credits. Lot of punya. And he has such a tapasya, even devatas don't have that much tapasya. So they are lost. Now go punya papa again. Now, Bali Maharaj got more punya because of worshipping Shukracharya. A lot of punya is got. Namo Brahmana Devaya. Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. So worshipping Brahmanas is a lot of punya. Worshipping cows is also punya. So yes, they have nicely, sincerely worshipped Shukracharya, great Brahmana, and collected a lot of punya from him. And because the punya is more, their punya has become more than the Devatas punya. They can take over Devatas post. See, in this world, one person wants to be boss over another person. You want to be boss over another person. This is this world, a game. Each person is trying to imitate the Lord, trying to be boss over each other. Correct? Krishna is naturally the boss, and we are not naturally bosses. We only exploit. When you accept Krishna as boss, he doesn't exploit. Krishna gives love. Because love is a characteristic of the spiritual domain, not on the material domain. Therefore, acharyas also, devotees feel love when they meet them. Because they are on the spiritual domain. On a material domain, there is only lust, not love. You understand? So we want to imitate Krishna. Everybody is at the shelter of Krishna. Please come, I'll give you love. Because in the material domain, even though people come behind us, we don't give love, we give lust. We exploit them, we torture them, we disturb them, control them, dominate them. We cannot give love. Krishna gives only pure love. Correct? Naturally, voluntarily people fall at Krishna's lotus feet. But we want to imitate Krishna's business in this world. That is our misfortune. Okay? So we cannot imitate. So this punya papa game. So what happens now? What happens now? The amount of punya they have is less. So suppose you want to be his boss, he wants to be his boss. Krishna is not involved in this dirty game. Punya papa game is involved. Who has more punya? He has more punya, he'll be your boss now. You can't do anything. And you have more punya, he'll be only his boss. Correct? That's all. So then they want to increase the punya. So they're going to this sage called Viśvarūpa because he has a lot of punya. And when he does puja for them, Homa, he will give his punya to them. Take. So their punya increases. Then they can boss over the Danavas. Okay? Like that. The game is very different. Game of Papa Punya going in this world. Anyway, devotee is not interested in all this. He is interested in going back to Krishna's lotus feet. Not in this game of sitting over each other. He is not interested. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.